This is Way. U.S. officials have confirmed the arrest of the man they suspect of shooting dead the conservative political activist Charlie Kirk in Utah on Wednesday. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson was detained by police after a tip-off from his family. Mr. Kirk was shot in the neck while addressing a crowd at Utah Valley University. The director of the FBI, Krish Patel, praised the speed of the investigation.
This is what happens when you let good cops be cops. The FBI and our partners are proud to stand here today together to bring justice to the family of Charlie Kirk and honor his memory. In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie, thanks to the full weight of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah and Governor Cox.
President Trump is holding a dinner later at the White House for the Qatari leader Sheikh Al-Thani following Israel's bombing of the Qatari capital Doha on Tuesday. Mr. Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, will also be attending. NATO has launched a new mission to bolster its eastern flank in response to Russian drone incursions into Polish airspace earlier this week. The mission will involve a range of assets integrating air and ground bases. The organization's top commander, General Alexis Grenkowicz, said all of its members should be reassured by the announcement.
Although the immediacy of our focus is on Poland, this situation transcends the borders of one nation. What affects one ally affects us all. This is an issue that impacts all of the alliance, and we will treat it as such.
7 men guilty of the killing of a father on his mother's doorstep have been sentenced to a total of 147 years at the High Court in Glasgow. 37-year-old Neil Canny was shot at his mother's home in Greenock on February 2023. Gillian Sharp has more.
He'd opened the front door believing a friend was among the group of people outside, and instead several shots were fired as his family hid inside. Mr. Canny later died when a gunshot wound to the head. Now, prosecutors say it isn't known who pulled the trigger, but that the assailants had all teamed up in a criminal plan.
An ambulance has been involved in a collision which closed a major road in the Scottish capital. Police said the crash happened on Edinburgh's Lothian Road at its junction with West Approach Road around 5 o'clock this evening. Shortly after, a two-vehicle collision was reported on Shanbrook Place at the junction with Princess Street. Motorists are being urged to avoid the areas. The Netherlands has become the latest country to say it will withdraw from next year's Eurovision Song Contest if Israel is allowed to participate. Ireland made a similar announcement yesterday. In a statement, the Dutch public broadcaster said it was concerned about human suffering in Gaza. Vienna is scheduled to host the event in May. Callum Rowe is a Eurovision expert.
These are big statements and statements of intent and ultimatums, really, from two very influential broadcasters. Avrotros, which is the Dutch broadcaster who's made that statement today, they're quite a big financial contributor to the Eurovision Song Contest. It's a bit of a headache for the EBU because he certainly wouldn't want to lose a broadcaster like that essentially funds the running of the competition.
In sport, Brendan Rodgers is calling for the person inside Celtic who accused a reporter he was trying to engineer a way out of his contract to leave the club. The manager dismissed the claim, describing the source of the article as a coward. He went on to say he would be 100% open to extending his stay at the Scottish champions beyond the end of the season. Rangers head coach Russell Martin insists the issue that led to Nico Rapskin being dropped has been resolved. However, the Belgian midfielder is not in the squad for tomorrow's match against Hearts. At the Davis Cup tennis, Cameron Norrie has given Great Britain a 1-0 lead over Poland with a straight-set singles win. In rugby, the first Scottish woman to sign a professional contract is retiring after the World Cup. Jade Conkle, who's won 73 caps, makes her first start at this year's tournament on Sunday in the quarter-final match against England. And Scottish golfer Richie Ramsey is tied for 6th after day 2 of the PGA Championship at Wentworth. He's 9 under par, 3 shots behind Hideki Matsuyama of Japan. A look at the weather, and tonight there will still be plenty of showers, but they will ease for a time to leave clear spells. Through the early hours, a showery band of rain will arrive from the southwest and push north-eastwards, heavy for a time, especially over Dumfries and Galloway and the borders. Still breezy along the west coast and over the Northern Isles, lows of 7 to 10 Celsius. Tomorrow we'll start with a showery band in the north, which will track northwards into the Northern Isles, becoming confined to Shetland. Elsewhere there will be sunny spells. And that's your BBC Radio Scotland News. BBC
BBC Introducing in Scotland, especially cheap on BBC Radio Scotland and Sound.
You've got another hour of BBC Introducing in Scotland before the wonderful Ashley story at 10. I'm Stephanie and my fun holiday week is on the way very, very soon. But this time next week we'll have my music and farm favourite. I'm speaking about Katie Nicholl. She's Scotland's answer to Hayley Williams. She's a quirky singer-songwriter from Kirriemuir who holds a crowd with her quick-witted break-up songs and her even stronger stage presence. You are going to love her as much as I do. This is Katie Nicholl with Bye.
I got up the gate.